First annual Kids Wrestling Federation State Championship. Yesterday morning, 480 boys from across the state arrived here with one thing in mind, to take home one of the 20 championship crowns. There are 40 finalists vying for this honor here tonight. The Harvey Twisters are leading the tournament with 152 points. They're making a strong bid to win their 5th consecutive state title if they can hold off the Dalton Park Falcons, who trail by just 9.5 points. Both teams have 4 finalists, so it looks like a 2-team race. We're looking forward to a lot of quality competition from these young men here tonight. So sit back and enjoy Illinois kids wrestling at its finest.
I'll do an intro. I'll introduce you guys, and then we'll go right into it.
Number 260 pounds. On deck, number 1, Dan Contessa of the Little Giants. Mark Ellerby of the Fountain Valley. On deck, number 1, 185 pound championship. Contessa of the Little Giants.
And welcome to the play-by-play portion of our broadcast. This is the Upperweight videotape. I'm Rob Sherrill, and with me on the broadcast will be Kerry Ryan and Fred Arkin. And we're going to start with a heavyweight match. And in your picture right now, getting ready to go, is Albert Licka of the Villa Lombard Cougars. And he'll be facing the young man you see right now. That's Richard Reynolds of the Aurora Jayhawks.
It's good to be here, Rob. It seems these guys have met before this year. Apparently, Reynolds has come out on top the last couple times.
That's right. This is a rematch, in fact, of the West Chicago section final rematch, which was won by Reynolds. And Reynolds was 5th in this state tournament last year.
Licka's not to be counted out. He's making his 3rd appearance to the state meet. He was down at 185 in 1989, and he was at 275 last year in the same meet.
No scoring as they go off the edge of the mat. We've wrestled for 10 seconds.
Rob, I don't know whether you know this or not, but Richard Reynolds from the Aurora Jayhawks.
And the first takedown of the match goes to Richard Reynolds of the Aurora Jayhawks. He leads 2-0.
All right, he's got a record of 30-0. It's Ray Lopez, his coach, in the corner. And he was here last year at 275 pounds and placed 5th.
Reynolds trying for a tilt here as we've got 20 seconds left in the first period. Reynolds with the early takedown leads by a score of 2-0. 10 seconds now left in the first period. This is the heavyweight final, the 275-pound final, the 1991 IKWF state finals in the upper weights. As they go off the mat, that's the end of the first period. Reynolds in the blue, leading by a score of 2-0.
Rob, these guys have met 9 times before. And the last time was for the sectional title, and Reynolds pinned him.
Obviously, these two wrestlers very, very familiar with each other, as Reynolds will start in the down position. We just started the second period here in the 275-pound final. Reynolds got the escape, and now he's leading by a score of 3-0.
Licka very aggressive on top, but not able to hold him down.
As they go off the mat, we've wrestled 14 seconds in this second period. Now warning for stalling against Licka.
Well, the two appear to be pretty evenly matched size-wise. Looks to me that Reynolds has a little bit of advantage in leg and hip strength, and that seems to be taking its toll on Licka early in the match.
Just a bulldog takedown there as Reynolds leads 5-0 now. Just a little bit of a horse edge does Reynolds have in this match. And they go off the edge with 43 seconds left in the second period. Reynolds in command of this by a score of 5-0. Going into this final round, the Harvey Twisters with a lead of 14 points over the Dalton Park Falcons, and they each have 4 in the finals, so this team race could get pretty exciting before it's over. And a suck back here by Reynolds, and he's got Licka in some trouble.
And he seems to be keeping pretty good position on top. This may be about all for Licka. And it is.
And there it is. Richard Reynolds.
There's a very happy state champion, Richard Reynolds of the Jayhawks.
Richard Reynolds of the Aurora Jayhawks is our 275-pound champion here in the IKWF State Finals. A pin in 2 minutes and 5 seconds for Richard Reynolds. And in just a moment, he'll be talking with Fred Arkin.
I'm here with the 1991 275-pound state champion, Richard Reynolds from the Aurora Jayhawks. Congratulations. I know you were down here last year. You were 5th. All right, how's it feel this year to come back and win it all?
Oh, it feels great. It feels better. I was upset last year when I lost the semifinals. I got it this year, though.
Congratulations. Hey, Ray, you got a reputation for being able to coach these big guys. What's the secret?
Just having enough people to go around and having an assistant coach who weighs about 250 pounds himself.
Well, congratulations and good luck. You're going to be going to West Aurora, right?
Yeah,
well, I know Mr. Tice is going to like that. Congratulations.
Thanks.
In the corner, see getting ready is Dan Volpentesta of the Little Giants. One of 2 wrestlers in the finals tonight for the Little Giants. And he'll be taking on the defending champion at 185 pounds, Mark Harvey of Mount Zion.
Well, Rob, I watched Mark Harvey last year in the finals. I had the honor to work with the upper weights last year, and Mark's a very explosive wrestler. He keeps real good position on the feet, and actually he wrestles like a much lighter wrestler. He moves quickly. He's very explosive, as I said, and actually has an explosive leg attack to accompany some upper body maneuvers that you'd see in a lower weight match as well.
We've wrestled 16 seconds of the first period, no score as they went off the mat. And it's very important for kids of this size. If you move and you have some quickness, that could really be an advantage. Midway through the first period, still no score.
Volpentesta with just 2 losses on the year.
There's a warning for stalling issued against Volpentesta.
Harvey coming off a very tough semifinal win. He won by just a point over a wrestler from Oak Park in the semifinal.
Pretty tough weight class, it looks like, here at 185. Coming to the end of the first period, and it'll be a scoreless first period in this 185-pound match.
Championship bout, 68 pounds, number 2. Goldstein of the Little Giants, Schultz of Arlington.
Looks like Volpentesta chose top for the beginning of the second period, Rob.
Right, Harvey deferred, and Volpentesta is going to see what he could do on the mat right here. But nice sit out by Harvey, and he gets the escape right away.
The whistle. He's always quick off the whistle.
Quick off the whistle there, and he had a nice sit out and got the escape right away, and he's in there on that single as they go out the edge of the mat. Harvey's brother, Richard Harvey, was an IKWF state champion in 1984 for the Decatur YMCA, so the bloodlines in the Harvey family for wrestling go back a few years.
Very little action on the feet thus far. Harvey getting in, seems to have the inside track on positioning. Volpentesta hanging in there right tough, and not much on the offense. There's a little spin through, and Volpentesta comes out on top.
Volpentesta with the early shot, and Harvey countered, and Volpentesta recountered and got a takedown and 2 near fall points. And the escape for Harvey leaves Volpentesta with a 4-2 lead here. And now Harvey spins behind for the takedown, and the match is tied.
I think that's the mark of a true champion, Rob, when adversity strikes in the middle of a match and you can bounce right back. I think that's what Mark Harvey's showing us right now.
Harvey got caught in his back a little bit there, but he didn't stay there very long, and he came right out of it, came right back here and got the takedown. Last few seconds of the second period, and that's the way it's going to end. 4-4. It's going to be an exciting third period.
Often that's when taking top in the second period comes to play. Now, of course, Mark Harvey will have his choice again in the third period. If he chooses to take down,
he'll certainly try to take down because he escaped pretty easily there in the second period.
And he'll have himself a lead again early into the third period, I would imagine.
Go for the lead here, try for an escape. Defending champion Mark Harvey of Mount Zion in a 4-4 match here, and he tries that sit out again and gets the escape again immediately.
Sits out, actually needed very little hand control in order to get out.
Now Volpentesta trying to penetrate underneath, couldn't do it. Just over a minute left here in the 185-pound championship match, and the defending champion, Mark Harvey, with a 5-4 lead. It's been an exciting match. Both wrestlers have had their opportunities. Now Harvey trying to pummel in a little bit as they go off the mat. And a penalty point against Volpentesta for stalling, and now Harvey leads 6-4.
Well, Harvey's very effective in pummeling inside and in gaining the inside position.
He's been a little bit more aggressive in this match than Volpentesta has been, and that showed in that last encounter. 30 seconds left in the match. Harvey with a 6-4 lead.
Well, we're inside 30 seconds and a 6-4 lead. I think Volpentesta's really going to have to turn it on if he's going to come out on top of this.
He needs a couple of real good shots right now.
Really, his only scoring thus far was a defensive move, and while he came out with 4 points, he hasn't been able to gain inside control or really penetrate to the legs of Mark Harvey.
Really hasn't been able to initiate anything. He did score 4 points off the counter, and that's been it with 15 seconds left now. Probably time for 1, maybe 2 more good shots for Volpentesta here. 10 seconds to go. And now Mark Harvey for stalling.
Certainly a good call, but probably not too meaningful with just 6 seconds left, and Mark Harvey can hold position here. I think he's earned himself a second consecutive state championship.
And that'll do it. 6-4. Mark Harvey of Mount Zion, a 2-time IKWF state champion at 185 pounds. Second place will go to Dan Volpentesta of the Little Giants.
I'd like to call your attention to the awards area for the presentation of the awards at 60 pounds.
And in just a minute, Fred Arkin. Okay.
Hi, I'm here with Mark Harvey, who's the 1991 185-pound state champion, and this is your second in a row.
Yeah.
Is the second one any easier?
Nope. Actually, the first one was easier.
I understand that you got injured during the season.
I had a broken leg. I was out for 5 weeks.
Was it tough to condition to come back?
Oh, yeah.
It seems.
That's why I was stolen the whole last match.
Well, congratulations, and good luck in high school.
Thanks.
Welcome back to the IKWF Upperweight Finals tape. Rob Sherrill, Kerry Ryan, and Fred Arkin back with you, and you're looking right now well, we'll find out who we're looking at here. Okay, you are looking right now at Jerry Planick of the West Chicago Park District, wearing the green singlet, and he's going up against Chris Hermanson of the Lamont Bears, and he's wearing the blue singlet. This is the 173-pound final.
Well, certainly, Rob, these two are the class of the weight. Both wrestlers have pinned their way to the finals, and in addition to that, you'll notice that both of them they've wrestled 3 times this year already, with Hermanson coming out on top in the first 2, but Planick winning just last week in the sectional finals.
the second rematch that we've seen so far in this tournament of the West Chicago section finals. And Planick won the thriller last week. And we've wrestled 32 seconds of the first period. No score yet between Chris Hermanson of the Lamont Bears and Jerry Planick of West Chicago. Hermanson trying to finish that single leg, and he gets the takedown in an early 2-0 lead.
Hermanson going right to the leg right on top, and he'll have to be aggressive up there if he wants to stay on top and be able to use the legs. And he takes them out and goes to a head lever series.
Final seconds of the first period, and that'll do it. We've wrestled 1 minute of the 173-pound final, and Chris Hermanson of Lamont with a 2-0 lead. But it's still early yet, 3 more minutes of wrestling to go. Hermanson will start on the bottom for the second period. Tries a stand-up right away. Planick trying for the tilt on top.
And he's going to have to hold him a little bit longer if he wants to score, but he goes immediately to the half.
Looked like he had back points, but not quite. Planick very tough on top so far in this second period. We've wrestled over 30 seconds now.
And he looks to have gotten his hip in a precarious position, and the referees are going to say no more on that one. And they'll bring it back, and Hermanson will be down.
Planick almost had him turn for 2 points, couldn't quite get that 2-second count, so it's still 2-0 in favor of Chris Hermanson. Planick on top, wearing the green. And Hermanson tried to roll out of it.
Tries to roll, and it looks like he's given up some back points.
Now Planick's going to get the back points, but Hermanson gets out, and he gets the reversal. So 2 back points for Planick and a reversal for Hermanson, and he takes the lead over again, 4-2.
Both wrestlers appear to have a very reversal-oriented attack from underneath.
Both tough on the mat. A lot of mat action here in the second period. We got about 15 seconds left.
Hermanson clearly an effective rider with his leg lace.
Couple of attempts at a Granby there by Planick didn't quite work out. Closing seconds of the second period here, and that'll do it. One period to go here, and Chris Hermanson of the Lamont Bears with a 4-2 lead, and Planick will start the third period on the bottom now.
Both of these wrestlers 8th graders, Rob. Jerry Planick will be headed to West Chicago High School next year, and Chris Hermanson will be headed for Lockport High School.
Hermanson starting on the top here. Trying to cradle Planick over. Both these wrestlers very tough on the mat.
And that's where we've seen the majority of the match wrestled thus far, and it looks like it's going to stay that way.
We got less than a minute to go.
And Hermanson attacks.
Hermanson ripped that arm back, and now he's got some back points. Two back points for Hermanson. Planick, it looked just about got out, and now Hermanson's got him in trouble again.
Well, it looks like Chris Hermanson's all but wrapped this one up. A 6-2 lead, and they make that a 9-2 lead.
3 more points on the near fall. The majority of this match has been wrestled on the mat. 21 seconds left to go.
The tale of the match really told by a couple of on-the-mat flurries, as you mentioned, Rob, with Chris Hermanson coming out on top in the tune of a 9-2 lead.
173-pound final here in the IKWF state tournament. And it looks like it's going to be 3 out of 4 for Chris Hermanson of the Lamont. And now he's got Planek on his back again. And he really came on strong in the third period.
He really came on strong. And it looks like he's grabbed himself a major decision here in the state finals.
3 more points on the near fall, and it's a major decision, 12-2 for Chris Hermanson of the Lamont Bears, and he's the 173-pound IKWF state champion. And Fred Arkin will be right back to talk to Chris Hermanson in a little bit.
I'm here with Chris Hermanson of the Lamont Bears, and 1991 173-pound state champion. Chris, how's it feel?
Good.
Good. Were you down here last year, and did you place?
I didn't place, but I was down here last year.
Do you think that experience helped you today?
Probably a little bit.
I understand you guys wrestled a couple times before. What happened?
First time it was a technical foul, 16-0. Second time it was 12-1. Third time I lost by points.
Where are you going to be going to high school?
Lockport.
All right, well, good luck to you and congratulations.
Thanks.
All right, we're back here in the IKWF state finals in the upper weights. Coming up next, the 163-pound match, and you're looking at Nick Knapp of the Peoria Razorbacks, who's one of our contestants here at 163 pounds. Rob Sherrill with Fred Arkin taking a turn at the mic this weight. And what can you tell us about Nick Knapp, Fred?
Well, Nick, as you said, is with the Peoria Razorbacks. He's got a record of 12-1. You see it with his coach over there. That's Ed Becker. He's also a sectional director in the IKWF. Nick's in 8th grade. He's wrestled his opponent, John Ruprecht, one time, and he was defeated by John by points. He's been wrestling for 5 years, and his favorite athlete is Charles Barkley. He also competes in basketball, baseball, softball, and track, so he keeps pretty busy.
He's an all-around athlete, that's for sure. And this is another sectional final rematch. This is a West Section final rematch between Nick Knapp and John Ruprecht of Geneseo, who won that match last week in the West Section finals.
Hey, you're taking a look at John over there, pacing back and forth. He's from Geneseo. He has a record of 39-1. He's in 8th grade. Right? He's been downstate once before, and I believe last year he placed 3rd at 153 pounds.
That's right. John Ruprecht up a weight class this year. Almost made it to the finals last year. And he'll be trying to win a state title against a wrestler he just saw last week, Nick Knapp.
Right. And he also keeps busy. He participates in football and track and also baseball.
All right, we're getting ready to start the 163-pound match, and John Ruprecht of Geneseo will be wearing the green singlet. Nick Knapp of the Peoria Razorbacks will be wearing the red.
Right. I think you'll see John. He's got an excellent leg attack. And there he goes, in on a single. Let's see if he can switch it off to a double and finish it. Oh, they go out of bounds.
So John Ruprecht with the first good shot of this match. We've wrestled 20 seconds. Midway through the first period here at 163 pounds, and there's a double.
And you see him carry him back to the center of the mat. He's got to take him down easy so he doesn't slam him, and there's the takedown.
First points of the match go to John Ruprecht of Geneseo. He leads 2-0 with about 10 seconds left in the first period.
They're at the edge of the mat there, Rob, and it looks like they'll be getting a fresh start.
Just a couple ticks left in the first period.
Our mat official on the whistle, that's Jim Chalupka, a veteran official, the IKWF from Berwyn.
Jim definitely one of the better officials around the Chicago area, and he works all levels. And that's the end of the first period, and John Ruprecht of Geneseo was 3rd in this tournament last year, has the early 2-0 lead.
Knapp won the toss and deferred his choice to John, who chose the bottom position.
And of course that defer means that Knapp will get his choice in the third period. Just started the second period here. Ruprecht tried to stand up. Knapp broke him down to the mat.
Knapp's keeping his pressure on him well, but Ruprecht's able to get to his feet. If he can stay in bounds, oh, they went out of bounds. They'll get a fresh start from the referee's position.
Ruprecht broke that cradle attempt by Knapp, but he couldn't break the hand control, and they went out of bounds. 18 seconds we've wrestled so far here in the second period, and Ruprecht still leads by a score of 2-0.
Ruprecht sat out and rolled through on that. It looked like he could have been in trouble.
A couple times Knapp tried that suck back on him, and he was just able to roll out of there.
And he's going to come around behind, and he should be awarded 2 points here.
Looks like it should be a reversal. And there it is. Broke the hand control and got the 2 points.
And now he's got Knapp down to his hip, and he looks like he's going to turn. He's got to be very careful there with a leg around the head. If he touches ankles, that'll be illegal scissors, and that'll be a penalty point for Knapp.
Had the arm bar in there and stepped over the head. Doesn't quite have that 45-degree angle broken. Now he's got it, and this will be 3 near fall points, I'm sure.
He wants to tie up on the head now and go for a fall, I'm sure.
Now he's stepping over again. And Ruprecht firmly in command right now. About 30 seconds left in the second period.
That's the end of the second period.
That's right.
The score with John Ruprecht leading 7-0.
Takes a while to get used to these minute 30-second periods. Minute 30 left in this match now, and John Ruprecht did really in command with a 7-0 lead. And Knapp, with his choice, he's going to try and work on the top again. He just about had Ruprecht in trouble in that second period with a suckback.
Right, but he was able to power his way out. And here he comes back again for another reversal. I think he's really worn Knapp down at this point. He's keeping good pressure on him there.
Ruprecht in major decision territory now with a 9-0 lead. Minute 15 left to go.
They'll get a fresh start with the score 9-0. Ruprecht firmly in control.
Minute 6 left to go in the 163-pound championship match. Rematch of the West Section final, and it looks like it's going to go the same way that it did in the sectional. Ruprecht won that match, and he's ahead here 9-0 with about a minute left.
Well, as long as he stays on top and he doesn't get sloppy and put to his back, it looks like Ruprecht's going to walk out of here with a state title to go with his third place finish last year.
Ruprecht trying to work another arm bar, and he's turned him right over. And this will be more near fall points for John Ruprecht.
And now he's going to go for the fall. And Knapp's trying to roll through on it.
30 seconds left. Ruprecht already ahead 9-0 and looking for 3 more points, and that's going to be a pin.
And that's the fall.
3 minutes and 31 seconds, and John Ruprecht of Geneseo is the state champion. Congratulations, John Ruprecht. Second place to Nick Knapp of the Peoria Razorbacks, and Kerry Ryan will be right here to talk to John Ruprecht right after this.
I'm here with John Ruprecht, our 163-pound IKWF state champion. And John, congratulations. First of all, it's a heck of a match. Just a relentless attack on top with the arm bars, and of course you finally wound up with the pin. Had you wrestled before?
Yeah, wrestled that kid at sectionals. I beat him 17-0, so tried going out for the pin.
Well, you certainly got the pin, and of course you're headed for Geneseo High School next year, aren't you?
Yes.
Well, you're certainly going to be a force to be contended with in high school, and I wish you all the luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we're getting ready to start the 153-pound title match. And this will be between, you're looking right now at Tim Angston of the Tinley Park Bulldogs. And he is one of our competitors. And
right.
What can you tell us about him?
Well, Tim from Tinley Park, he's got a record of 33-1, and he's going to be going to St. Rita High School. It's Mike Stuckley over in his corner, the coach. His opponent will be Adam Mule from El Paso. He also has an identical 33-1 record. They're both 8th graders, and this is our first shot at a state title, or a state championship series.
Tim Angston of the Bulldogs wearing the dark blue singlet. Adam Moole of El Paso wearing the light blue singlet.
Angston just tried to muscle a throw, and almost took himself to his own back, was able to recover to back on his feet.
Angston with the first 2 shots here in the first period. We've got 20 seconds left to go. No score yet. Moole trying to spin behind, and Angston catches him, and now he's going to try to counter with a leg attack. But Moole fights it off. We got just a couple seconds left here in the first period, and a takedown for Moole on that snap by.
He just shucked him right by and came around the other way for a 2-point takedown. I think we've got 2 really evenly matched kids here, Rob.
Angston really got himself in a spot there. He was on the edge of the mat, let down for just a second. And right at the end of the period, Moole took advantage of it.
You've got a copy of the bracket there. Why don't you let us know how both of them got through and what they've done in this tournament?
Well, both of them have really dominated so far. Angston with 2 pins and a 15-2 decision as we start the second period. Adam Moole with 2 pins and a technical fall. So neither of them has really been pushed so far.
So Angston comes up to his feet. These are very powerful boys.
We've wrestled 25 seconds so far in the second period, and Adam Moole on that last second takedown on the edge in the first period, still with a 2-0 lead. Moole been pretty tough on top so far here in the second period.
But he's going to have to come out to the side and look for a turn. Here comes a Granby.
Yep. Angston rolled right out of it, got the reversal.
He wasn't able to keep that waist arm. Had he done that, he may have been able to take him right to his back and get a 5-point move out of it.
Moole trying to sit out here, didn't quite work. Now Angston's going to get a chance to see what he can do on top. 2-2 the score. Angston just tied it up here with the reversal. Moole now trying the sit out. And now he wants to face him and get the escape, but he just did.
There it is.
Angston trying the headlock.
He's going to have to come up to his knees to get that pressure. He just lost it. And
nice counter by Moole.
Moole comes behind for the 2 points. We've got a 5-2 score here in favor of Moole.
End of the second period. Moole didn't go over on that headlock. He had showed nice balance and flattened the hips out and got the takedown.
You saw Angston hit that Granby. Anybody who's used to watching Tinley Park wrestle knows that Granby is coming somewhere along the line. They executed it and executed it well.
1 period to go here in the 153-pound IKWF championship match, and Adam Moole with a 5-2 lead starting on the bottom.
And he got his hips out right away. He was looking for a sit out and a switch, and Angston was able to follow him and keep him right down on his stomach.
Now Angston rips the arm back, but Moole rolls right out of it, and he's got the reversal.
And we have a break in the action.
Potentially dangerous.
Looked like Moole jammed him right on his head.
Down on the back of his on his neck there. Should be a 2-point reversal for Moole.
And there may also be 2 points for a near fall on that.
It's going to be 2 points reversal, and that's all. No back points they're going to give. It could have given him, but Angston looks like he's okay.
Yeah, he's up and he's ready to wrestle. Well, we've got a 7-2 match here.
1:08 left to go here in the third period. And Adam Moule of El Paso with a 7-2 lead. El Paso, a very small school district, and if they keep getting results out of their feeder program like Adam Moule, they're going to do pretty well for themselves in the future.
Absolutely. This Adam Moule, even though they may be a Class A school, he'll be able to go in high school with any AA wrestler.
Quite an athlete, Adam Moule. 58 seconds left to go here in the 153-pound championship match. And Moule still in command by a score of 7-2.
There's Angston. He's looking for that Granby again.
Sure
He's got
is.
the arm and leg hooked up.
Moule better stay behind him. Now Moule might get a cradle here, trying to lock up that cradle. Doesn't quite have the hands together. And Angston looks like he'll have the escape. 1 point escape.
Back up neutral on their feet with about 35 seconds to go. Angston's really got to get to work. He's down by 4 points.
Angston not quite able to finish that single. Now he's trying to throw him, and Moule counters that one very, very nicely.
Right, he just tried to muscle a lateral drop and didn't really have proper hip position on that. Pulled himself right down to the mat, and Moule on top of him.
10 seconds left. Moule with a 9-3 lead. And the winner is going to be Adam Moule of El Paso by a score of 9-3. Congratulations to Adam Moule. Second place will go to Tim Angston of Tinley Park, the Bulldogs. And Kerry Ryan will be right back to have a little conversation with our 153-pound champion, Adam Moule. Yeah.
I'm here with Adam Moule, our 153-pound IKWF state champion. And Adam, you and your opponent came in here with identical 33-1 records, and it looks like you came around with a decisive victory for us with a 9-3 decision. How do you feel?
He's a tough wrestler.
He wasn't tough, but he came out on top in the third period, and you pretty much had an answer for every time you were in a flurry situation. Well, I noticed you put on your survey that John Smith was your favorite athlete. I'm sure John Smith would be very proud of the way you wrestled tonight, and I wish you all the luck.
Thanks.
Okay, we're back in the 144-pound championship match here in the IKWF state tournament. Rob Sherrill with Jim Cartwright now on the microphone, and you're looking right now at Shane Hudnall from Geneseo. He'll be trying to join his teammate John Rupert as a IKWF state champion. And Shane Hudnall won the West section. Jim, tell us a little bit about Shane Hudnall.
Well, Shane is an 8th grader with a record of 37-3-1. He seems to be Geneseo's second finalist in the state tournament, and looks pretty good for Geneseo High School next year. He's with one state tournament appearance that was last year as a 7th grader. Unfortunately, he didn't place last year. His opponent tonight will be Ray Guzak. 32-1 record. Ray took 6th place in last year's IKWF state finals, and he's also very active in the freestyle in the spring and summer tournaments.
Ray Todd Guzak, who will be wearing the blue singlet in this match. Shane Hudnall will be wearing the green. Guzak 6th in this tournament last year. Hudnall a placer for the first time. This is the 144-pound championship match, and we're underway. And Guzak right in there on that single leg, and just like that, he leads 2-0. Very aggressive start for Ray Todd Guzak of the Crestwood Colts.
I don't know if Shane was ready for that kind of start, Rob. Looks like Mr. Guzek's come to wrestle tonight.
He came right out there and got the first takedown, and he's got a 2-0 lead. We'll see what he can do on top. Hudnall trying to sit out. Well, Guzak showed us right away he was tough on his feet with that first takedown, and he's pretty tough on the mat too so far. Although he's now been warned for stalling.
Knee. Maybe he was hurt on that first takedown, Rob.
Could be. He was got pads on both knees. Closing seconds of the first period, and here comes Hudnall looking for the switch. Now trying a standing switch here. Guzak still in control. Guzak trying to lift him up and bring him back down to the mat. We're in the last 5 seconds. Hudnall still trying for that switch. And a loss of control. 1 point right there at the buzzer for Shane Hudnall. And it's going to be 2-1 going to the second period. Okay, this will be the second period of the 144-pound championship match, and Shane Hudnall will take down for the second period Ray-Todd Guzak of Crestwood, who will start on top, leads by a score of 2-1.
So really got to be careful of that reversal underneath. Hudnall seems to be a mat wrestler, always working for that reversal.
Guzak, Hudnall looking for that switch again. Now he's stand up. Guzak brings him back down. 20 seconds gone here in the second period, and Guzak in the blue, still leading by a score of 2-1. Hudnall looking for that switch again, and it looks like he's going to get it.
He's going to get another neutral position out of it, Rob.
Didn't get the reversal, but he did get the escape, and it's a tie match, 2-2. And now looks like Hudnall Okay, we're ready to resume here in the second period of the 144-pound match. Tie score 2-2. As Ray-Todd Guzak of Crestwood had a little takedown shot there, but couldn't finish it. Good defense by Shane Hudnall of Geneseo. 30 seconds left in the second period. Neither wrestler really with a good shot so far here in the second period. Both of them tying up each other on the head. Neither of them's really able to reach underneath to try and get a pick. As they come back to the center, just 5 seconds left here in the second period. Now third period, Guzak will have the choice.
Guzak to me appears more comfortable on the feet, but Hudnall seems to have neutralized him in the second period, Rob.
Guzak really didn't have any good shots there. Hudnall able to block him up with the head tie. Now Hudnall going to see what he can do here on top. Guzak trying to take that leg, maybe step over.
He's got a crossbody right in.
But Hudnall's got the legs in.
Hudnall seems to be another great Geneseo mat wrestler.
Hudnall couldn't quite hit on that power half. Now he's going to try and lock up that power half again. And we call a stalemate. 52 seconds left in the 144-pound championship match. And boy, Shane Hudnall of Geneseo been pretty tough on top, riding with the legs, trying to crank that power half a little bit. Now Guzak with the stand-up. Hudnall brings him right back down. 40 seconds left to go.
Well, if he doesn't turn him in this series, if Hudnall doesn't turn him in this series, he's probably going to be warned for stalling on top.
Now Hudnall trying a tilt. Couldn't quite get him over past the 90 degrees. Crossbody ride here by Hudnall, trying to work that power half, and just about has got it. Trying to bring it back behind the head, but that got a pretty bad angle there on the shoulder. So 14 seconds left in this match. We could be going to overtime here. Ray Todd Guzak of Crestwood, 6th last year in this tournament, trying to break free from Shane Hudnall of Geneseo, and we're going to go to overtime. So Shane Hudnall of Geneseo rode him out in the 3rd period, and it's still 2-2. Okay, we're ready to start overtime here in the 144-pound championship match. And Ray Todd Guzak of Crestwood right in there on that single again, but can't finish it. 2-2 the score. 32nd first period here in the overtime. Now Shane Hudnall of Geneseo trying to carry him to his back, and he's going to get carried himself. No points, though. 5 seconds left here in the first period. This is overtime in the 144-pound match, and that'll do it. No score in the first period. Second and third period will be 45 seconds each. Guzak defers, and Hudnall, he's shown himself on the mat so far. Obviously, he's going to take the bottom.
I think Guzak has to be wary of Hudnall's switch at this point.
Guzak has not scored since the first 5 seconds of this match, when he scored right away on a takedown. Hudnall's had 2 escapes since then, and he's been tough on top. But Guzak's been tough on top here too. So far, we've wrestled 20 seconds of the second period. Now Hudnall out. He's looking for that switch, and it looks like he's going to get it.
He's going to get it.
So far, at least a loss of control, it looks like, for Hudnall.
Look at ankle, he's got control, Rob.
There it is. And the switch for Hudnall, he takes a 4-2 lead.
With 3 seconds left. Things look pretty good for Shane Hudnall right at this point.
Sure does. Now, interesting to see what Guzak's going to do, and he's going to take bottom.
Now, Guzak's been 1 for stalling in the first period, in the second period when he was on top.
You have to wonder about this because Guzak took the bottom in the third period of regulation and was ridden out for a minute and a half. And he had to stand up there, but Shane Hudnall brought him right back down again.
Guzak, to me, looks superior on the feet. And with a takedown in a tie match, he would have won on the basis of takedowns over reversals.
Sure. 10 seconds to go, and Shane Hudnall of Geneseo is in command.
It looks like a great night for Geneseo, Rob.
2 for 2, Geneseo, as Shane Hudnall wins in overtime by a score of 4-2. Second place will go to Ray Todd Guzak of Crestwood. Congratulations to Shane Hudnall of Geneseo, and Kerry Ryan will be right back to have a word with Shane Hudnall.
I'm here with Shane Hudnall, our 144-pound IKWF state champion. And Shane, you just won a hard-fought 4-2 overtime bout against an opponent who previously only lost once the entire season.
Yeah,
real tough opponent. And after an early takedown, it seemed like you kept coming back, and eventually your mat wrestling prevailed. How do you feel right now?
My knee's a little sore.
A little bit sore?
I'm okay.
Well, you're the second champion from Geneseo already tonight, and you guys seem to have a pretty strong room in the upper weights.
Yep. From 25 on, we're tough.
Great, great. Well, congratulations to you and to your coach for an outstanding tournament so far, and good luck to you.
Yep.
Just to update you on what's happening in the team race, with victories by Milton Blakely, a 3-time champion by a 7-5 score at 77 pounds. Harvey clinched its 5th consecutive state championship. And moments later, Tony Davis won a 6-0 decision at 82 pounds to become the first 4-time IKWF state champion. Both of those gentlemen are just 7th graders.
All right, Kerry, thank you for that update from the lower weight man on the team race. It looks like Harvey's won 5 in a row. Boy, that's a tough program in the south suburbs. We're ready to get started back here in the 135-pound championship match in the IKWF state tournament. You're looking right now at Mike Bertoni from the Vidham Cats. He's one of our finalists at 135 pounds. And what can you tell us about him, Jim?
Well, Mike wrestles for the Vidham Cats. He's got a season record of 32-0, Rob. He's an 8th grader, and he'll be headed for Mount Carmel High School next year.
He'll be wrestling. In the blue, you're looking at him now, Bill Zeman from the Lions Wrestling Club. And that's his coach, Mark King, warming him up. And Bill Zeman, of course, from quite a wrestling family.
Absolutely. His father, Otto. Bill's record this year is 9-2, and unfortunately, both of his losses came into the hands of Mike Bertoni. Bill's an 8th grader, and it looks like he'll be headed to Lyons Township High School next year.
In the blue. Mike Bertoni's been dominant in this tournament. 2 first-period pins and a 14-2 major decision. And Bill Zeman with 2 major decisions, a pin, and a very exciting 3-2 win this afternoon. He had an escape at the buzzer to win that match.
Rob, this is Mike Bertoni's 3rd trip to the IKWF state finals. He was here in 1990, in 1989, and again in 91. He has yet to place, but looks like a pretty good bet for a state championship tonight.
Both wrestlers with an upper body attack so far, trying for body locks. 16 seconds left in the first period. Still no score. But these two guys have done a pretty good job getting acquainted here. Bertoni pinned Zeman in the Central Chicago section final. And a scoreless first period.
Bill looks like he's controlling position pretty well out there in the first round. Inside position, good head position. Chooses neutral in the second round. He feels very comfortable on his feet, obviously.
Well, Bertoni just great on the mat. He's got a great cradle, and I'm sure Bill Zeman wants to stay out of that if he can. But there's Mike Bertoni right in on that single. Zeman trying to carry him over, but he can't finish it. And now Zeman back in with a shot of his own. And now he's got a single, trying to switch off to a double. Can't finish it as they go off the edge.
Great technical match. Great match planned by Mark King and Otto Zeman for Bill in this final match.
Nice flurry there in the first 19 seconds of the period. Bill Zeman giving Mike Bertoni a lot of motion here. Couldn't quite score on that ankle pick. Now Bertoni trying to control the tie-up. He's pummeling in. Great match so far, even though there's been no scoring. And now a warning for stalling, blocking with the head against Bill Zeman. Zeman in again on that single.
Nice follow. Head outside single. He's going to have to get his hips up, Rob.
He's got Bertoni in a bad spot. Just about caught Bertoni on his butt there, but Bertoni got his hips up. Now he's trying to counter.
Tremendous positioning by Zeman to counter this attack.
And a potentially dangerous illegal hold. 1 point for Zeman. And boy, this has been some kind of head-to-head matchup here. Both these kids going right after each other. Attack, counter-attack all the way here. 15 seconds left here in the second period, and boy, it's been a brawl so far.
Bill really looks sharp on his feet this match. Really
Trying to
sharp.
carry him, trying to carry there, and Bertoni now countering, but not quite enough time. Now Bertoni is going to take down, and we'll see the first mat wrestling of this tournament. First mat wrestling of this match. And boy, so some real action on the feet there in those first two periods, even though neither wrestler could finish a takedown.
I see by the sectional outcome that Bertoni won by a fall the last time they wrestled in the sectional finals. And he might be getting a little frustrated at this point in the match that it's actually going into the third round losing.
Well, Bertoni very tough on the mat, and certainly must have locked up one of his patented cradles there against Zeman to get that pin. And Zeman looks like he's going to let him go.
Let him go. It's going to be decided on the feet in the third round, Rob.
1-1 the score. Zeman in there trying to hit a double, now trying to switch off to a single. Zeman really has had the better of it in terms of takedown shots.
Takedown shots, absolutely. And Zeman's the only one with a warning for stalling.
That came in a situation where Zeman was blocking with the head. But he's been very aggressive. He's had all the shots here so far. And I think if Bertoni slips farther out of the circle, he might get warned. But there's a shot by Bertoni on the outside, that single. Now he's going to try and finish this one.
Oh, headlock counter by Zeman. No score.
Zeman countering with the headlock, but Bertoni slips the headlock and gets the takedown. And now he takes a 3-1 lead, 47 seconds left to go. Tell you, real scrappy move there by Zeman. Nice counter with the headlock, but he couldn't quite hold on to it.
Veteran wrestler, Rob. Didn't panic in a tight situation.
47 seconds left to go, and I tell you, this has been one of the best matches we've seen on this mat.
Here comes Zeman.
Bertoni not controlling the situation on the mat. Zeman came around, faced him, trying for the reversal.
Like a loss of control.
And there is a loss of control.
29 seconds left.
29 seconds left. And Zeman has really got to get a couple of good shots here and finish him. Snaps him down, couldn't quite spin behind him.
I think he just has to establish good position. Bertoni's got good inside position, and he could probably pretty much control the tempo for the rest of the match.
Bertoni with the front headlock. He wants to spin behind here to get the takedown himself. 10 seconds left. Time for maybe one good shot by Zeman. Stalemate. 6 seconds to go.
I'll tell you, Rob, Bill Zeman has done everything he could possibly do to win this match.
There's another one.
Another shot by Zeman.
Mike Bertoni of the Vidum Cats wins the 135-pound title by a score of 3-2. Great match here at 135 pounds. Mike Bertoni comes out on top. Second place to Bill Zeman of the Lion.
I'm here with Mike Bertoni, our 135-pound IKWF state champ. And Mike, after a pretty dominant pin match against Mr. Zeman in the sectional, it seems he came away with a 3-2 victory, but still good enough for a state championship and a cap to a perfect 33-0 season. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I know you're real active in freestyle wrestling. Do you think that helped you hold firm on the feet there so that you could concentrate on winning the match?
Oh yeah, it helped me a lot. I worked real hard this summer. Especially my dad helped me a lot too. So I gotta give a lot of credit to him.
Great. Well, congratulations, Mike. And again, a 33-0 season, that's something to be very proud of.
Okay, we're back for the 127-pound match. Rob Sherrill and Jim Cartwright with you. And you're looking right now at Ken Mills from the Dalton Park Falcons. And Jim, tell us a little bit about Ken Mills.
Well, Ken Mills, this season, Rob, has a record of 39-4. He's an 8th grader, and he's a 1990 state qualifier. He's met his opponent before, one time before this year, and there was a 15-8 loss. So it should be an action-packed, high-scoring bout.
And now you're looking at Ruben Saldana from the Tomcat Wrestling Club. Ruben, up a weight class from last year. He was 3rd at 119 pounds in 1990. And he's following in the footsteps of his brother Hector, who was a IKWF finalist a few years ago.
Well, Rob, Ruben Saldana has a record of 51-1 on the year. As you said, he was 3rd in the state last year. And he's going to attend East Aurora High School next year. He's an 8th grader.
Ruben Saldana with the first good takedown shot. Now he's got that front headlock.
Well, if prior matches are anything to judge the tournament on, Rob, Ken Mills is hot. He beat one of the tournament co-favorites, Navarro from the Mad Rats, I believe, early in the tournament. And he's having a great state tournament.
2 major decisions and a pin for Ken Mills, as another single leg shot by Saldana. And switched off to a double, and we thought he had it here, but nice hip action by Mills to counter it. But now that near side cradle by Saldana, and he's got Mills in a lot of trouble right here.
Mills in big trouble. 15 seconds left to go in the period. He sags his hips. Could be all over, Rob.
Ruben Saldana very much in command here. But that's going to be the end of the first period, and 3 near fall points for Ruben Saldana. He's got the early 5-0 lead. Saldana with a pin, a technical fall, and a 10-0 decision. So he's had a dominant state tournament as well.
Well, Ken Mills certainly has to be one of the reasons that Dalton's in 2nd place right now. His probably surprise finish in this tournament has vaulted him into the 2nd place position.
Outstanding team race here in the IKWF Championships between the Harvey Twisters and the Dalton Park Falcons. Harvey now has wrapped up that title, but it wasn't a sure thing going into these finals. They had to win at least one match, and they did exactly that. Ken Mills trying to come back and win a championship for the pride of his team, but losing right now 5-0 to Ruben Saldana from the Tomcats. And he's really been in command so far.
I think Ken Mills is having a lot of problems with Ruben's leverage. He's a long, lanky, strong kid.
And a reversal here for Saldana. Now a 7-0 lead, about halfway through the 2nd period. Riding very high here against Ken Mills. Now trying to lock up a cross-face cradle. Doesn't quite have the right position to turn that over. "15 seconds left to go here in the 2nd period. We're in the 127-pound championship match, and it's been all Ruben Saldana from the Tomcats over Ken Mills. And now here's Mills breaking the hand control, trying to come out for a reversal, but he's not going to do it. 2nd period comes to an end.
I think, Rob, regardless of the outcome of this match, the coach from Thornton Fractional South is going to be happy to have Ken Mills with him next year.
Certainly is, and that's going to be Ray Zaswitz, president of the IKWF over there at TWF South.
Ray, huh?
And Ray couldn't make it for the tournament this weekend, but he'll be very happy to have Ken Mills in his wrestling room next year. We just started the 3rd period, and Ruben Saldana started the down position, and he's trying to break those hands, and he's got a reversal. Not quite. Oh, look at this. A roll by Ken Mills. He rolled right through that.
So it should be a 7-4. Oh.
Never quite got the reversal. Never established as a loss of control.
Ouch.
26 seconds we've wrestled in the third period. No points out of that flurry. Still 7-0 in favor of Saldana. And he'll start from the bottom again. Now he's going to try to roll the other direction. Now three-quarter try by Mills. Saldana stands up. And he breaks the hands. No. Mills still able to hang on to an ankle. Couldn't quite get out.
I tell you, this Mills is relentless. It looked like a walkover for Saldana. Now he's in a match.
Mills been very tough on top so far here in the third period. Now Saldana still trying to break the hand control. Still hasn't quite done it. He's got to get that left leg free. And now he does. Now he gets the escape. 8-0, and Saldana's in major decision territory here with 15 seconds left in the match. Mills trying the lateral, and Saldana just good position. He's got the takedown, and he's going to win this state title here at 120.
Congratulations to Ruben Saldana. He looks like an outstanding wrestling candidate to me, Rob.
Sure does. 3 more points on the near fall and a 13-0 win for Ruben Saldana of the Tomcats, and Kerry Ryan will be right back to talk to him.
To the award ceremony.
We haven't decided they're going to sell.
I'm here with Ruben Saldana, our 127-pound state champion. And Ruben, again, I'd like to point out that freestyle wrestling really seems to be paying off for you. I noticed you were certainly dominant on the feet, and it certainly made you aware of certain precarious positions that you were getting into in the match. I also noticed that you had wrestled your opponent before. And what was the outcome of that first?
Well, I pinned him the first time. I wrestled him several times. The first time I pinned him, and then the other 2 times I think I beat him by a large amount of points.
Okay, well, you were third last year, and you came up with your state championship this year, and both your coaches, Steve and Tony, have to be very proud of you tonight. Congratulations, Ruben. Thanks.
Okay, we're back for the 119-pound weight class, and you're looking right now at Daniel Weber of Adams Junior High. And Jim, you know a lot about this young man.
I know a little about Dan Weber. He wrestles for the Little Cougars, which is the Conard High School feeder program. And Dan's got a record of 44-2 this year, and this is his first state appearance, and actually it's his first full year of wrestling in the IKWF.
Quite a first year for Dan Weber. His opponent will be Joseph Brower of the Panthers Wrestling Club. There you see Joe circling the mat. He'll be in the black, and Dan Weber will be in the blue. And what about Joe?
Joe Brower's record is 35-4 this year, and he's got 25 pins. He's an 8th grader, and he's a state qualifier last year, Rob, and he's headed for Marist High School.
I'd like to call your attention to the award ceremony once again. The presentation tonight is at 135 pounds.
Okay, we're ready to start the 119-pound championship match here in the IKWF state tournament. Rob Sherrill and Jim Cartwright back with you. And we're just getting started here as Dan Weber of the Little Cougars with the first good takedown shot. And now he's trying a lateral right there on the edge. And we bring him back to the center. Dan Weber wearing the blue uniform. Joe Brower wearing the black.
Both wrestlers have similar builds. They both look quick, too, on their feet.
Good attempt at a single leg there by Weber. Couldn't quite finish it. We got 15 seconds left in the first period. Still no score in the 119-pound championship match. Now Weber trying to spin behind.
It's 2.
Looks like maybe 2 points, but couldn't quite get it. Scoreless first period. We'll go to period number 2. Weber defers. His choice.
Brower
He'll get it in
goes
the
down.
third period. Brower will take down. Just started the second period. Dan Weber on the top. Weber riding with a tight waist.
Brower came up with a real strong stand-up. It looked like he was going to escape to me, Rob. Holds good position underneath.
Weber broke him right back down again.
Okay, here comes. It's like a loss of control situation.
And there's the escape for Joe Brower, and he scores the first point of the match. It's 1-0. A little less than a minute left here in the second period. And there's a takedown for Weber. Had the double underhook, stepped through, and was able to take Brower right off his base.
I think that was just a matter of positioning. Dan was in a little bit better position than Joe in that situation, and he ended up with a takedown.
Nice level change and penetration there by Weber to get out to the side and take him down. 2-1 in favor of Dan Weber of the Little Cougars. About 30 seconds left to go here in the second period.
A long way to go in the match.
And now Brower looking
looks like
for the reversal.
Reversal situation. See what we have here, headlock.
Weber counters with a headlock.
A slip by Brower.
But he slips out of it, and that's a reversal. 10 seconds left in the second period, and Brower regains the lead by a score of 3-2. We got one period left to go, and it looks like Dan Weber with a little bit of a knee problem, and we'll take a break. Okay, we're ready to start the third period here in the 119-pound championship match. And Dan Weber of the Little Cougars, who trails by a score of 3-2.
They have locked hands on Brower.
Locked hands call against Brower.
A 2-point situation here.
And now Weber looking for the switch.
Let him wrestle. You can't do that. 1
point for locked hands awarded to Weber, and the score is tied.
Very tough call there. There was in the middle of a situation of flurry, and the referee's obligated to let the wrestlers continue.
Now Weber trying to break the hands and get free for the escape, and Brower breaks him right back down again.
Brower is a power wrestler on top, Rob. Looks real strong. Get up, Danny.
That's why there was some questions whether Weber, who scored that takedown the second period, might take the neutral position for the third. He got a break with the locked hands call, but we've had 25 seconds go by. He still hasn't been able to get that escape.
He got a break with the locked hands call, but no break with the reversal.
Couldn't quite get the reversal. They stopped the situation.
Brower's nice tight waist on top. It's riding tough.
Brower looking tough on top. Weber needs to look for his spot here to try and get out.
Another locked hands.
There's another locked hands call.
See if the referee lets him wrestle through it. Good call. Good call.
Another point for locked hands against Brower. And now Weber hasn't escaped, but he's got the lead, 4-3.
I think as a coach in Brower's situation, you almost have to let him up and try to take him down and go into overtime, Rob. Joe decides to ride him. He's going to have to turn him to win.
And now a stall warning against Brower for stalling on top. We've got 34 seconds left to go here in the 119-pound match. So everything's gone wrong for Joe Brower
in
here
this
in
third
this
round.
period.
Trying to lock up a cradle.
2 locked hands calls and a warning for stalling on top, and now here Weber tried to hit the switch again. 10 seconds left to go.
Seconds left.
Weber's not going to get out.
He's got a belly out.
Weber's not going to get out, but it looks like he's still going to win the match. There it is. By a score of 4-3, Dan Weber of the Little Cougars wins the 119-pound title. Second place to Joe Brower of the Panthers, and Kerry Ryan will be right back to talk to Dan Weber.
We're here with Dan Weber, 119-pound state champion, IKWF state champion, and certainly a match I had a personal interest in. Congratulations, pal. A little bit shaky, certainly a little bit closer than you might have wanted. But nonetheless, you're a state champion, and what are your plans for the spring and summer?
I want to wrestle all summer, and I don't know what I can do in the spring.
And then, of course, Dan's back next year to hopefully to repeat as an 8th grader, and we wish him all the luck.
Thank you.
Final match of the evening here, 112 pounds, and you're looking right now in the orange at Cody Abbott of the Urbana Kids Wrestling Club. He's one of our competitors at 112, and tell us about Cody, Jim.
Well, Cody's wrestles for the Urbana Kids Wrestling Club. He's got a record of 43-5. He's a 7th grader finalist, and he doesn't have any previous state appearances, Rob. He's been wrestling for 6 years in the Urbana Club.
And he'll be taking on, in the white, Tim Williams of the Harvey Twisters, the defending state champion. He won last year at 99 pounds. He's up 2 weight classes this year to 112, and wrestling runs in the Williams family.
Well, it appears to me that Tim's grown into the 112-pound weight class real well. He's 31-0. He's only a 7th grader, and he's been wrestling for 7 years. So if he's going to follow in his brother's footsteps as far as his growth pattern, he's going to be a big wrestler. So skipping 2 weight classes isn't insurmountable
His
task for the weight.
Tim Williams, of course, with a state championship on his own. And sitting in his corner tonight, his brother Steve Williams, who won 3 IKWF state titles himself. And his other brother, Joe, was a 2-time IKWF state champion. So Tim Williams trying to add state title number 7 to the family collection tonight. 2 young men in the 7th grade here in the finals at 112 pounds, our last match of the night. And Tim Williams right in there on the double leg, gets a takedown right away.
I'll tell you, Rob, not having seen Tim wrestle at all this year, he reminds me very much of his brother Steve, not Joe, with that long, rangy body and quickness on his feet. He's really an explosive wrestler.
Definitely a Joe Williams double leg, though. No question about it. 2-0 so far in favor of Timothy Williams of the Harvey Twisters, who have already wrapped up the team title. Their 5th straight in the IKWF. 24 seconds left in the first period, and Williams with a 2-0 lead. Tim Williams trying for that tilt, couldn't quite get the 2-second count. Final 10 seconds of the first period. And now he's going to try and lock up a cradle. And a warning for stalling against Abbott as the first period comes to a close.
I think that was a well-fought first period. I think Cody Abbott had all he could do to stay in a neutral position underneath.
And interesting that Cody Abbott from Urbana, we ran into his parents in the lobby of the Hilton Thursday. They brought their motor home with them. They're just stopping through here in Springfield on the way to a ski trip in Colorado for spring break. So it was well worth the trip so far.
Oh, absolutely. State finalist.
made the state finals and second period, and there's a locked hands call against Abbott, and that'll be a point. And Timothy Williams trying for a reversal now. Looks like it's just a matter of time before he gets it, but Abbott hanging tough there. And now it's a reversal, and the locked hands makes it by a score of 5-0 in favor of Tim Williams.
I think that was a loss of control. Rob, I question whether that was a reversal at that point.
Well, the reversal given, and it is 5-0.
Well, yeah.
1 minute left to go here in the second period. And Timothy Williams of the Harvey Twisters here in control. Rob Sherrill and Jim Cartwright here with you describing the action of the 112-pound match. And had the far side cradle, thought better of it. 40 seconds left in the second period.
Williams in complete control. I think Cody Abbott is an admirable opponent for Williams because he's not turning over for him. He's trying to wrestle tough underneath. He's neutralizing a lot of Williams' pinning combinations.
Now Williams getting very high here, and Abbott trying to shake him off, come out the back door and get two, and they call a stalemate. 16 seconds left in the second period. Looked like maybe Abbott had the chance to maybe come out the back door and get 2 points. But a fresh start. And Abbott trying to get out again. He's been very active on the bottom.
Very much so.
Closing seconds of the second period, and that's it. One more period.
Cody Abbott appears, although he's been ridden for most of the first 2 rounds, appears to be the fresher of the 2, Rob, as they go into the third round.
Well, Abbott's certainly not intimidated by the defending champion, and he's given a good accounting of himself so far. Williams will take down for the third period.
Somehow you get the feelings that Tim Williams just doesn't want to go home on a loss with his 2 brothers there.
Last match of the night, you know he wants to end it for his state championship team on a winning note here.
Absolutely, yeah, that's true too.
Caution against Williams on the bottom for a false start.
He's a veteran. He's been there. He's collected himself.
Now
very,
trying
very
for the switch right away. He's got Abbott on his butt here, and very, very close to a change in control, and there is a reversal.
Good
and back
position on the
points
cradle.
too.
Good body position on the cradle.
And that's a Steve Williams cradle. We saw Joe Williams double leg takedown earlier in the match. This is a Steve Williams cradle. He's got it all.
He could be very dangerous with a combination of the 2, Rob.
3 points, looks like a potentially dangerous. And now a 10-0 lead for Timothy Williams of the Harvey Twisters. 1:04 left in the 112-pound championship match. Now we're under a minute. Timothy Williams looks like he's going to wrap up his second state title here.
I think Cody Williams has really given Cody Abbott, has given Tim Williams all he's wanted, but I think Cody's going to be happy to be on his way to a ski trip after this match, Rob.
Kind of trying to force a change in control here. Doesn't quite do it.
I think Cody's going to be a little bit sore in the morning.
Stalemate situation with 31 seconds left to go in the 112-pound championship match. This is the IKWF State Finals from the Prairie Capital Convention Center here in Springfield.
Both of these finalists are back again next year. Take another shot at a state title, Rob.
Good year experience for both of them. Less than 30 seconds to go now. And Tim Williams in the white from the Harvey Twisters looks like he's going to take home another state championship for his team. And there's a There's a tilt, didn't quite get the 2-second count. Nice counter by Abbott to get out of there.
And again, to me, it looks like another candidate for outstanding performance, outstanding wrestler performance for this tournament.
5 seconds left to go, and Timothy Williams of the Harvey Twisters will win by a score of 10-0. Congratulations to a 2-time state champion, Tim Williams of the Harvey Twisters. Second place to Cody Abbott of the Urbana Kids Wrestling Club, and Kerry Ryan will be right back to talk to Timothy Williams.
I'm here with Tim Williams, our 112-pound state champion. And of course, Tim, the thing on everybody's mind is you and your two brothers, of course, this year now have all three gone undefeated and won state champions. Your brothers both, of course, Steve and Joe winning state championships at the IHSA level. Congratulations to you and both of your brothers. Did you ever doubt it during the season at all that you were going to lose a match, or that?
I had confidence in myself.
Well, you certainly seem to dominate things here in Illinois, and of course you're back next year to try to three-peat, as we call it, and we wish you the best of luck. Tim Williams. Well, in wrapping things up, let's recap today's action here at the Prairie Capital Convention Center in Springfield. Well, Harvey seems to have wrapped up its 5th consecutive state title, amassing 169 points, while Dalton finished a not-so-distant second with 146. Looking at top individual performances, certainly by 8th graders, you have to look at 185-pounder from Mount Zion, Mark Harvey, who recovered from a broken leg earlier in the season to capture his 2nd consecutive title. Other undefeated 8th grade performances were turned in by Mike Bertoni of the Vidham Cats, Rich Reynolds at 275 for the Jayhawks, and Tyler Hurry, who captured his 2nd consecutive title on mat number 1. In capturing its 5th consecutive title, Harvey brought home 3 individual titles, and those wrestlers, Milton Blakely at 77 pounds, Tony Davis at 82, and Tim Williams at 112, have already, between the 3 of them, amassed 9 state titles, and they're all 7th graders and will return to try to capture 12 state titles between the 3 of them next year here in Springfield. For Rob Sherrill, Fred Arkin, Jim Cartwright, I'm Kerry Ryan, and we want to thank you all for attending and thank you all for watching this year's state tournament.